Okay guys, don't cry, no tears today, even though this is our last lesson. I know you guys are broken-hearted that the semester's coming to an end, and I hope you'll all be off to grander and greater things wherever you go to school next. But, here we go. This is our last new lesson of the semester. So we're going to take a look at a few trigonometry notes. Let's just get a handle on, I love tangent. It's the height, divided by the horizontal. So vertical divided, so tangent equals the slope of that angle, right? This angle down here. Now I want to look at the angle 45 degrees. That'd be half of a 90-degree angle. So if I have a right triangle with a 45-degree angle, that's a very special triangle. It's half of a square. So if I have a 45-degree angle here, right? 45 plus 90, 135, and there's a total of 180 on the interior, 180 degrees interior. So this up here is what's the angle measure up there? And it's part of a square, so y and x are equal. So the tangent of a 45-degree angle is, this is equal, divided by that. If these are equal, y divided by x, and these are equal, well, any number divided by itself is, okay. So tangent of 45-degree angle is 1. Well, if 45 degrees, if it gets bigger than that, say, I don't know, 60 degrees, it'll look more like this. So any angle greater than 45, and angles, if the measure of the angle is greater, oops, I said less than. We could do less than first, but the measure of the angle theta, this is theta, if it's greater than 45, then tangent of theta is greater than 1. So it's kind of a way to check yourself. You know, you want to have a good idea of what you're doing and why you're doing it and why you get a certain type of answer. Then again, if the measure of angle theta is less than 45 degrees, then tangent of theta is less than 1. Okay, so you're just kind of keeping track of your stuff, keeping track of your answers and checking yourself with your answers. Does the answer make sense? All right, what's the longest side of a right triangle? In a right triangle, the longest side is always the side opposite the right angle. The right angle is the biggest angle in a right triangle. These two angles add up to 90, right? 90 plus 90 is 180. So these two angles are both less than 90 degrees. So this is the longest side. It's called the hypotenuse, okay? So for sine, any angle over here, let's call it theta again. It's a popular angle. Sine of theta is always less than 1. Why is that? Well, sine of theta is opposite divided by hypotenuse, and hypotenuse is always bigger than that. So it's always going to be a fraction less than 1. Okay, cosine likewise. This side, the x, is always shorter than the hypotenuse. So cosine is always less than 1. All right, always a fraction less than 1. So got these two new ones today. Oh, we got three new ones. We got cotangent. So cotangent is 1 over tangent. So in essence, whatever you get for tangent, you flip it over. That's what you get for cotangent. Cosecant is 1 over sine. So cosecant is always greater than 1. And all you do is flip over sine. I remember the S and the C and the S and the C. Cosine and secant are the inverse of one another. So secant is 1 over cosine. And it's always greater than 1 because it's going to be hypotenuse. Let's see, secant is hypotenuse divided by adjacent, and cosecant is hypotenuse divided by opposite. A bigger number divided by a smaller number. Okay, so you got a little idea of that, and I'll go on to solving the questions today.